Good evening. St Kilda is currently doing its best to get its season back on track against the West Coast Eagles at Subiaco. Although a short time ago the Eagles led by a goal, another loss would mean 3 in a row for the Saints.
Having lost 3 out of 4 games, it's a slump the Saints want out of. Kazitsky gave them a good start.
Good-looking kick. What a kick that was hammered home.
While Nat Nui ran into traffic, Kennedy crashed and bashed his way through it as Lynch got the Eagles away. In a low-scoring quarter, the Eagles went 5 points in front. Milne gave the Eagles the slip and the Saints an ideal start to the second term, but McKinley also found space at the other end.
On his non-preferred left side, he's made it work.
Milne kicked a second, but the man of the moment was McKinley, who went one better again.
McKinley had an opportunity. Can he make it work off the outside of the boot? He can.
The Saints were hoping a road trip and change of routine would do the trick, but it was McKinley who was making the magic.
He's kicked 4 all in a row.
Hawthorn is back in the premiership race with a 50-point win over an informed Carlton. Lance Franklin kicking 5 goals as the Hawks survived a third-quarter fight back to claim its 7th straight victory over the Blues.
The Hawks' good record against the Blues seemed to inspire renewed confidence.
He looks on song today.
Chris Judd failed to get in tune as Buddy put Hawthorn 24 points ahead, but his partner up front had little joy.
That was a shocker.
His teammates looked back to their best. Unsociable football wasn't winning many friends at Carlton.
Look who's there. You betcha, Buddy.
Franklin had 3 goals by half-time. Roughhead also got the monkey off his back.
He's got it.
A different Blue side emerged in the second half as a 47-point deficit was cut to 23 midway through the third.
They're coming.
But Carlton lost the momentum as quickly as it had been gained.
He played on it to behind.
The Blues were their own worst enemy. Hawthorn let off the hook.
Magnificent.
Buddy put the icing on the cake, the Hawks proving they're no spent force.
We've got some good players back and we fought hard and we got a good win today.
Brisbane's finals hopes have been dealt another blow, crashing to its 5th straight loss. It was a rare win for the Crows, getting home by 2 goals after leading at every change. Injury concerns failed to stop Favola, who booted 5 goals in typical Fev fashion. But it wasn't enough to stop the Crows.
He runs onto it, the debutant. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. Welcome to AFL footy, Jack.
Lions skipper Jonathan Brown looked a shadow of his normal self, clearly hampered by an injury. To the ladder, and with one result to come, Geelong has replaced the Pies on top. Fremantle and Western Bulldogs round out the top 4. To the bottom half, Melbourne is just outside the 8, while Richmond remains on the bottom, now 2 games behind Adelaide. To the twilight footy matches to complete round 8 action of the statewide league. At Bellerive last night, it was Hobart over North Hobart in a tight contest. And at Aurora Stadium, Launceston was too good for the Bulldogs, 17-point winners. In a major shake-up of the fixture, round 8 demonstrated the way state footy might be heading. At Aurora, Launceston and South Launceston took to the field, both out of their natural habitat. It was a case of 5th playing 9th, but going into the final change, it was anyone's game. But in the last, Launceston piled on 5 majors to the Bulldogs 3, allowing Launceston to sneak away with the 4 points. In the South, it's been a huge week for the Tigers, inducted into the state's Football Hall of Fame and an opportunity to break into the top 6 for the first time. Although the Demons had other plans and dictated play with more of the ball, more inside 50s and 3 more shots at goal. But Hobart's defensive pressure and drive through Aaron Hall proved the difference. The Tigers making the most of their centre clearances, winning the tussle by a narrow 7 points. They are now 4-4 and sitting inside the top 6. Socceroos coach Pim Verbeek has confirmed star duo Harry Kewell and Mark Schwarzer won't play in tomorrow night's friendly against New Zealand. For the rest, it's the last chance to impress before 4 players are culled from the 31-man squad.
It's little wonder this clash is called a friendly. For many, the rivalry isn't as important as the reunion. These former Blackburn teammates now opposing skippers.
A little bit of banter, but only friendly.
58 places below the Socceroos on FIFA's world rankings, the All Whites are considered outsiders by nearly everyone, except their opposition.
Why would you say that?
Well, being the underdog, they always try and knock off their brother.
So you're saying that New Zealand's not as good as Australia?
Scott McDonald is likely to be the main striker, with Harry Kewell ruled out and Josh Kennedy struggling to be fit.
I will not take any risk with players that I think they cannot handle.
With Mark Schwarzer also out with a sprained thumb, the door has opened for his understudies. Adam Federici is expected to make his Socceroo debut ahead of Brad Jones, but coach Pim Verbeek's #1 keeper will be fit for the World Cup.
There's no doubt. Medical staff convinced, 100% convinced. It's just too early now to, why should he take a risk?
And Kim, that's all in tonight's sport.
Okay, thanks Trent. To the weather forecast is next with Lee.